¿Ustedes estaban con él ayer?
Como a las 7 estuvimos en la tienda juntos y de ahí nosotros nos venimos y ahí no sabemos que cuando nos llamaron que ya había pasado eso ya.
Cuando ustedes estaban con él no tuvo problema con nadie, ningún argumento, nada.
No, con ninguno. Él vino a las 6 de su trabajo.
Conociéndolo a él, ¿se conoce él de ser problemático o algo así?
No. Que yo sepa, con ninguno de él tenía problema, pues, pero ahí no sabemos cómo le sucedió eso.
¿Y usted no sabe si tenía problema con alguien en la aldea?
No, yo oí que tenía problemas, pero ¿con quién? Como él salía a pasear o a echar su cerveza, pero nunca supe que tenía problemas serios con alguien o no.
Hugo, according to his father-in-law, was a dedicated family man and an overall good person who did not deserve to die in such a cruel manner.
Para mí fue un buen amigo.
¿Y cuántos hijos tenía?
Aquí con nosotros dejó 3.
Okay.
Y el más chiquito tiene 1 mes.
¿Y a dónde trabajaba?
En Belice.
¿Y qué hacía?
Albañil.
As previously mentioned, police have 3 persons in custody in relation to Sunday's deadly shooting, including a 19-year-old. Reporting for CTV3 News, Norma Ruiz.
Reports coming out of Corozal tonight is that 2 men fell from a standing crane. According to information made available to CTV3 News, the men were at their job at the Las Vegas Princess Casino when the freak incident happened around midday. While there is no police report readily available, we were able to confirm that an ambulance was called in to transfer the injured workers to the Corozal Community Hospital to receive emergency medical assistance. Like we said, no official information has been made available. From what we have been able to gather, the wire holding the bucket snapped. It came rushing down to the concrete floor. One of the men perished almost instantly, while the second is in a stable condition, and medical personnel are monitoring his condition. No press release has been made available from the casino, and we are not able to verify if it was a private contractor who had hired the men. We will continue to follow this story. Chinese grocer Jessie Lin is tonight lashing out at the Corozal Police Department. Lin claims she was seeking assistance from the police on Saturday night and earlier today. According to Lin, on Saturday night she had to experience violence at the hands of an intoxicated sanitation worker who is employed at the Corozal Town Council. The entire ordeal was captured on surveillance camera, confirming that it happened in front of customers. Lynn called us to her shop today to tell us more about exactly what happened and what is she seeking in order to get this experience behind her.
Coming for Saturday night, Corozal Town Council garbage workers, he was bringing one Guinness, go in my shop and drink it right there and mess up around with the worker and the customer. He embarrassed everybody. And I was trying to explain him, can you go out to drink? Don't drink it in my shop because police catch it, I have to pay $500. But the crazy garbage man telling me, he not buy the beer for me, I can't do him nothing, I can't tell him come out. He have any reason for drink her beer anywhere because he not buy for me. I trying to explain to him and tell him get out, but he don't want it. So I trying to take him out. Finally, he knocked me down. But I going to call police, no police coming. After 1 hour, I try my best and report to the police. And then police do me something. He say you're going to find the man and locked on him, but no do nothing. After 2 days already this morning, the garbage man come again. So I report to the police. Police tell me I no have no report. I personally gone to the police station and sign my name and spend half an hour for report already. I don't know what's going on. Police tell me nothing. He never find my report. I tell her around Saturday, 8:45 to 9:20, I was in the police station and reported. So I just want to let you know, if you happen something, you have to deal with yourself or your worker or your security. Don't put the wash on policeman because you car police, no police tell. But when police catch you, the customer or the man drink it in your shop, you better ready your 500 for pay for the police because they will not do nothing for you. They will not help you. They always say, please, if the people properly drinking, car police, like that, you not get the file. I tell her, I car police already, I not got no help. Finally, I have to deal with myself. So that is what's going on, the police they doing. And then I report already, personal at the police station, police no do nothing. And police just tell me, I no file your report. I tell her, what? Police, Corasa police station no got camera? Police check the hour and check the date and check what happened. Police do it already and police say I do it already, but police no do nothing. Now he say you no file the report. I tell her, what? That is how police so bad like that, and all the young men mess up around the shop and hang on the street and do a lot of fighting because police no do nothing. They always complain Chinese people, the shop owner no go, no do let the people drink. Sometimes it's not say you let the people drink or not. When the people drink, you not even could tell them nothing. Because if not, you get hurt just like me. I just trying to explain to him, come out from my shop, don't drink here. And then he just put me down. So what we could do? We can't do nothing. And police no help, nobody, no help, nothing, nada, nothing.
We tried reaching the town council for comment, but we were not successful. We did confirm that the matter is under police investigation and the sanitation worker is being sought by law enforcement officers. Last week, before going into the weekend before Christmas, there was word that the Collective Bakers Association had arrived at the position that the 16-ounce bread loaf would be seeing an increase in price on December 18, 2023. From the get-go, the association was reminded that an increase in price without authorization an increase in price without authorization from the government of Belize would have legal repercussions. But tonight there is good news for consumers as the association rescinded its decision after meeting with government officials, including CEO in the Ministry of Agriculture, Servola Baiza, and Director of the Supplies Control Unit, Lennox Nicholson. By the time the meeting concluded, GOB had committed to a subsidy program for bakers. In an over-the-phone interview earlier today, CEO Baiza expanded on the meeting and the subsidy program itself.
Both my director and controller supplies, Mr. Nicholson and myself had a meeting with the group of bakers, they call it Southern Collective Bakers, led by Mr. Jose Santana. And we have been having some meetings with them discussing the way forward in terms of the price of bread. As you may remember, last year we had basically the same issue, and government had agreed to give a subsidy of 25 cents per loaf of bread, so as to keep the control price as it is right now. This control price that we have, that is in place right now, has been there since 2008, and basically it regulates the price for the 16-ounce loaf of bread, and it keeps the wholesale price at $150 and the retail price at $175. So the price of the bakers have shown us that the price of their inputs, with the flour, the LPG, the baking soda, the additives, all of these things have been going up since 2008, so now they have been gone up. All of these products have gone up. I mean, for instance, the baking soda, for instance, has doubled from 2008 to now. The baking soda has doubled.
While the subsidy will run until the end of the fiscal year, currently GOB is also looking at other options to alleviate the burden bakers are experiencing due to inflation.
We were able to have a discussion with them, and government agreed to continue the subsidy of 25 cents per loaf of bread from now till the end of the fiscal year. In the meantime, we will continue discussing with them how we move forward. So they have pulled back their press release, and so the price of bread will not increase. Government will be providing a 25 cents subsidy per for a loaf of bread.
So basically, the subsidy that was agreed was that 25 cents from government, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and and you mentioned that it's going to be all the way until at least the end of the fiscal year. That means, are you planning to sit with them again during the next couple of months?
Yes, yes.
Compare map?
Yes, we will continue to negotiate with them. To have that discussion with them to see what else can be done so as to ensure the viability of the industry. And there are many options on the table. One was, one is to remove the price control, for instance. Another is to look at moving it from one schedule of control to the schedule where you control the markup. So that would give the bakers more flexibility in terms of what they would charge for the wholesale, but then we would control what the markup would be on the retail. On the table is still a subsidy. The government can agree to continue the subsidy, so we continue keeping the price. So we're looking at many options. No? There are lots of options that we can look at.
With the new agreement, the price for a pack of 16-ounce bread remains at $1.50 wholesale and $1.75 retail. Coming up next, as Christmas approaches, the jolly old St. Nick celebrates with Prime Minister John Briceño and the children of Orange Walk Central. Stay tuned.
Are you out of cash and need some extra money quick? Then worry no more. At Monica's Quick Cash, you can pawn your vehicle for fast money and still drive away freely. We're also the best place to pawn your TVs or gold jewelry and sell your scrap gold. Monica's Quick Cash. Number 128, Cemetery Road, Belize City. Number 14, Constitution Drive, Belmopan, across from the Belize Bank. And number 2, Belize Corozal Road, Orange Walk Town. Pawn and drive, cash for gold. Fast money with Monica's Quick Cash. Give us a call today at telephone 207-0970.
It's beginning to cost a lot like Christmas. And it doesn't matter if you choose Elf or Grinch. Our prices are pinch. So don't let the holidays sneak up on you and start getting your friends and family gifts with extra savings. Like our Android starter phone, now just $109, or save over $50 on the Redmi A2. Samsung phones, backed to by 1-year local warranty, starting at $255. Our 4G LTE tablets for an all-time low price of just $149. Smart TVs, starting at only $349. And Fire Sticks at only $7 to $9. Smartwatches going for $79. Speakers, starting at $39. Headphones and earbuds, starting at just $25, and so much more. This isn't regular shopping, this is Deal Shopping, and Deal World just got started. Cellular World is your #1 technology gift shop. Visit our stores in Belize City, Belmopan, Orange Walk, or San Pedro, or shop via our virtual store through Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp at 615-5141. Spread love, share joy, and have a Merry Christmas when you shop at Cellular World.
¿Cómo ganar $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Instale o actualice la aplicación de Transmisión Express Plus. ¿Cómo ganar otros $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Actualice el saldo de su cuenta a diciembre. Actualice sus datos personales para obtener su boleto electrónico. El sorteo será el 5 de enero del 2024 en el programa Despierta Belice. La gerencia y personal de Centar le desea a clientes y amigos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Christmas is exactly 1 week away, but here in Orange Walk, Santa Claus has already been making his rounds visiting well-behaved children. This past weekend, Santa visited the children of Orange Walk Central as Honorable John Briceño and the Orange Walk Central Executive Committee hosted their annual Christmas party for the children of the area. The weekend of festivities kicked off in San Lorenzo housing site on Thursday night, where jolly old Saint Nick arrived bearing enough treats and surprises to put smiles on the faces of the very enthusiastic children. On Saturday, the fun continued in the village of San Esteban as it was the next stop for the Honorable John Briceño and the man in the red suit. As is customary, Philip Alvarez Park was the last stop in the weekend's Christmas gift and joy sharing on Sunday night. It was by far the most attended Christmas party, but still no match for Santa, who was clearly a popular guest with the children who were eager to receive their treats. Among all the celebration, we caught up with Honorable Briceño, who was more than delighted to tell us about his reasons for celebrating the happiest holiday of the year with the children of Orange Walk Central for close to 30 years.
This is a tradition that we started since 1994. I still remember the first time we did it. It was at Crystal Palace Auditorium. It was very small and trying to have a little party for the kids in Orange Walk Central. But over the years, it started to get bigger and bigger. And now that we have San Esteban, we have San Lorenzo housing site, we now have 3 parties. One on Thursday, we're at that San Lorenzo housing site. Yesterday we were in San Esteban, and now today this is a big one here at Philip Alvarez Park. And it's always an exciting time for Christmas. You know, we love working and playing with the kids, making sure they try to get some gifts and their goodies bags, and also their families. If you notice now, we're trying to get their families, more and more of them, involved and having more prizes for them so that they also feel that they are part of what we're doing for Christmas here in Orange Walk Central.
This year, it was not only the kiddies who were treated to gifts by Santa and the Honorable Briceño, as the parents also joined in on the fun and games.
What's important to me is that we spend time with the families, we spend time with the children, and also is that it reminds me that there are some, when we started out back in 1994, there were some children that now have their own children, and to me that's what exciting, and also makes me realize, you know, that over the years, obviously, I've been doing something right for the people to continue to support me after 30 years being a representative for Orange Walk Central. We always work with the town council, and in this case, Mayor Logic Shepherd and the entire team of councillors, they're here with us. They help us with organization. They help us with being out here, giving away the prizes and trying to do some sort of crowd control and have fun. But also the business community also plays a very important role. And more they participate, they make donations, they give us prizes. And by doing that, we can get more people and more children having fun and winning prizes for the Christmas.
An additional reward of $3,000 is being offered for information on the whereabouts of escaped prisoner Hilbrand Codd. Codd, who fled the precincts of the High Court on December 5th while awaiting a verdict on a charge of murder, has not been seen or heard from since, but is considered armed and dangerous. He also faces a $1,000 bounty from Crime Stoppers Belize issued in the hours after his escape. It is believed, however, that he has not fled the jurisdiction. Codd, 36, is 5'10", 115 pounds, Creole and light brown skin, and is believed to be affiliated with the George Street Gang. He is also known as Papito, and reports say he has cut his trademark dreadlocks and is wearing a low haircut. Police Commissioner Chester Williams told reporters last week that they are still hot on Codd's heels. Of recent, we have not gotten any substantial lead that could, per se, guide us to where he may possibly be. We believe that he is still in the country and we continue to be vigilant, but at the same time, we again appeal to the public: if you have any information, in respect to his whereabouts, to please feel free to call us or provide the information to 922 TIPS, our number or app, and we'll be able to respond. As the media has been cautioning people, we advise that if you know where he is, do not approach. He may be considered armed and dangerous. Hilbrand Codd is due to return to court on December 21st to learn his fate following the murder of Densmore Bowman in 2019. Late last week, Guatemala applied to the International Court of Justice to join as an interested party the claim involving Belize and Honduras over the sovereignty of the Zapodela Keys. Ministry of Foreign Affairs Amon Courtney in an interview indicated that Belize had anticipated Guatemala applying to the ICJ for permission to join the portion of the proceedings.
They have applied to join, and so that matter is going to be determined by the court whether they will be allowed to join. As I had said to the media before, we were not surprised by that. We expected them, the issues overlap, and the main purpose for us bringing the case against Honduras was to have the sovereignty over those keys and that area resolved finally by the court. Now Guatemala wants to join that case. They have applied. The court is going to make a determination. At this stage, their application is being considered by our international lawyers, and we expect next week to get some preliminary advice from them as to what position we should take. And so that matter is being reviewed.
In its application instituting proceedings, Belize states that since the early 19th century, the Zapodela Keys have formed part of the territory of Belize, initially as part of the settlement of Belize and later the colony of British Honduras, and since 1981 as part of the independent state of Belize. In its application for permission to intervene, Guatemala recalls that on November 16, 2022, Belize instituted proceedings against Honduras concerning sovereignty over the Zapodela Key or Keys, a cluster of islands in the Gulf of Honduras, which Guatemala also claims. Guatemala further indicates that the object of its intervention is twofold, namely to protect the rights and interests of Guatemala over the Zapodela Keys by all the legal means available, and to inform the court of the nature and extent of Guatemala's rights, which may be affected by the court's decision on the issue of sovereignty over the Zapodelas. Guatemala's application also seeks to ensure that the court's determinations do not touch upon or prejudice its legal rights and interests. In these proceedings, Belize requests the court to adjudge and declare that as between Belize and Honduras, Belize is sovereign over the Zapodela Keys. And sticking to the subject of Guatemala, on Friday, December 15, 2023, Guatemala's President-elect Bernardo Arevalo met with Prime Minister John Briceño. The Guatemalan President-elect and the Prime Minister discussed the steps to follow in bilateral collaboration and strengthening the relationship between Guatemala and Belize. President-elect Arevalo is scheduled to take office in January. However, since the August presidential elections, his offices and that of his party have experienced raids by the Attorney General's office. Thousands of Guatemalans also protested, demanding the Attorney General to respect the rule of law and to respect the will of the people in the August elections. Most recently, the U.S. imposed visa restrictions on nearly 300 Guatemalan nationals, including 100 lawmakers out of the 116-member Unicameral Congress accused of undermining democracy in Guatemala. Guatemala's outgoing President Alejandro Giammattei has since rejected what he described as intimidating actions that undercut national sovereignty. A number of persons were today detained by police and immigration officers on the island of San Pedro. It stems from a letter directed to Timothy Deo Jeffers, a developer from Loconot Beach Limited located on Coconut Drive on La Isla Bonita. This is a copy of the said letter sent from Talbert Brackett, the Commissioner of Lands and Surveys Department in the Ministry of Natural Resources. It details 3 pointers. The first is to seize the illegal filing of land on the 66 feet reserve in front of parcel 4770 located in the San Pedro registration section, Belize District. The second pointer says that no license or permit by the Ministry of Natural Resources, Petroleum and Mining was granted for the usage of the land in question. Lastly, the letter directs Jeffers to halt the filing of the land and to also remove other construction material that has been deposited on the 66 feet reserve, which is national land in front of parcel number 4770. According to the document, which was issued to Jeffers on Wednesday, December 6, 2023, all of the pointers are to be followed and completed by 5 p.m. on Friday, December 8, 2023. That is 10 days ago, and today CTV3 News was able to confirm that the issue has not been resolved, and as a result, police officers descended on the said location. We are reliably told that a number of persons were asked to produce a valid working documentation and were unable to do so. So they were handcuffed and are sitting at the San Pedro Town Police Station awaiting to be charged. We will keep following this story and bring you the updates as it becomes available. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Tuesday, December 19th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3NewsBZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.